Me, if I speak like this, does that work? Yeah? Good? More or less? Good?
More. Should be in radio.
Kevin wants more.
Turn it a little bit. Yeah. There you go.
More noise from a politician. You're the first group ever to ask for that. So I'm going to pull out a few notes here, team. Sorry for that. I want to start by saying welcome and thanks everyone for coming, and thank you to the media for being here, members of the community for coming, and obviously all the supporters who are here with me and behind me. It's an awesome day. I'm very excited, and I also just want to give a few acknowledgements to the councillors locally and mayor locally and across the region and across Canada who have helped to inform my decisions over time and have given me a lot of support through this process. Some of them are here today, and I'd just like to acknowledge and thank them for the work that they've done in helping me through this process. And as a sign of sincere respect for the traditional territory that we all live on, I want to recognize that we are gathering today on the unceded lands of the Chilkowiak tribe, the Palalt tribes of the Stalo Coast Salish peoples, and there's an amazing saying and principle that I love, and I just wanted to share it with you today. In Halkomelem, it's known as Tamiak, and it means to look 7 generations into the past and 7 generations into the future from the present, and that informs the present and informs the decisions that we make. And the reason I love this is because it's a worldview that I align with. I think it is so very important to understand where it is that we come from and to have a longer range view of where it is that we're going, and it helps calibrate what we do today. So I just wanted to open with that, and I think that when we look to building that future, we should be proud. We should be proud of what we're doing. We should be proud of the legacy that we're leaving for our grandchildren and their grandchildren. And I think it's just so very important to have that longer range perspective in the decisions that we're making today. And that's part of the reason why we're gathered here on the steps of the beautiful Chilliwack Museum and our historic City Hall. Because Chilliwack is steeped in history, we are the 3rd oldest city in British Columbia. We are established on the banks of the Fraser after New Westminster and Fort Langley were established, and Chilliwack was actually originally called Centerville. Started at 5 Corners, just a couple blocks from where we are here, where I used to live, and it's with a mindfulness of that legacy that I think we craft our decisions going forward. So much has changed in Chilliwack in the years since Centerville, and understanding those changes, I think, is integral. We're facing challenges, and those challenges have come with growth and have come with the changes that we've seen in our community. And yet I'm optimistic for where we're off to, for the future that sits before us, and for the opportunities that we have to shape that future and to guide our community forward and make the lives of everybody who lives in Chilliwack and visits our beautiful community to make those things a better place. And it's because of my vision for this city that I'm happy to announce that I'm running for mayor of Chilliwack in the elections this fall. So. Thank you, and I'm pretty excited too. I'm very stoked to enter into this commitment to the community, and it's a continuation for me of the dedication that I've given to City Council, to my work there over the last 4 years. When I first crafted my platform for council, I did so as a community member, as somebody who was just looking at the ways in which the city delivered services to people and created a place that we call home and community, and I saw things that we could do better, and so it's with a mindfulness of that that I crafted my platform, and I thought we could do better on a handful of things: on transit, on parks and trails, on transparency, on engagement, and on future planning and long-range visioning. And I'm proud to say that we've delivered on a lot of those things that I promised that I would do. I became the founding chair of the Public Engagement Committee, previously the Rural Advisory Committee. We hosted town hall meetings throughout the community. I was the founding chair of the Parks and Trail Committee and of the Public Art Committee, and the Parks and Trail Committee later established the Trail Strategy and the Green Space Plan, and the Blue Way strategy, and all of those have become founding documents and fundamental pieces that have helped build the recreation and green space infrastructure in our city. And so I'm proud of that work. But one of my favorite roles at the City of Chilliwack, and there's a couple of members of the Transportation Advisory Committee with us here today. I've chaired that committee now for 3 years, and we were able to craft and engage with the community and bring forward what became Cycle Vision, the first ever comprehensive cycling plan for the City of Chilliwack, making it enjoyable and doable to cycle throughout our community for work or pleasure. And we're just at the initial stages of building that out, but I'm very proud of that work. As well as we initiated a 3-year transit plan. The final year is happening right now, and it's the largest expansion of transit in Chilliwack's history. And transit is there to provide services for all members of our community, but it disproportionately benefits those who struggle to get to work on a daily basis, or youth who struggle to get from school to an after-school curricular activity. So I'm very proud of that, and I think it's a community building piece when we provide accessible mobility for everyone. So there's still so much more to do, and in line with that, I think that leadership and vision is really important to moving forward and to accomplishing those visions. And I believe our city's action plan is no longer living up to the aspirations that the community has for where we want to be and where we want to go. The residents want more, and I think that theory of good enough is good enough doesn't cut it anymore, and I think people are looking for us to build a better community and a better future for them, for the challenges that we're facing today. And so it's with that I'd like to announce my 5 planks, the 5 planks of my platform, and they can be found in further detail on the website. But first is housing, availability and affordability for everyone. The second is public safety, emergency preparedness, crime and homelessness. The third is economy, prosperity through the many opportunities that Chilliwack has. The fourth is transportation, whether you drive, you ride transit, you cycle, or you walk through this community, you should be able to do that, and it should be efficient. And the fifth is community, both leadership of a community and the engagement of a community to facilitate the leading of itself and to make sure that everyone plays an active role in shaping where we're going. And I want to focus on this last point because our community was built on the spirit of its enterprising people. And as we all know, that same enterprising spirit still exists today, and that's what I'm calling on in this campaign. I think that a city that believes that it can't do better and doesn't focus on making itself better will never live up to its potential. And I believe in the potential of this city because I believe in the potential of the residents of this city and the members of this community. So I'm asking you to stand with me, to stand for Chilliwack, and I want to hear what it is in a community that you would stand up for. What are those elements that you'd put your neck out for, that you'd stand up for, that you'd engage for? And so as we enter the weeks and months ahead, I look forward to engaging with all of you. I look forward to hearing from every member of the community, and I hope every member of the community feels welcome to phone me or send me an email or stop by an engagement that we're having or a booth that we have set up. We will be at Party in the Park all 4 Fridays of this summer, starting with next Friday on the 6th. It's an awesome community event, and we're going to be there hearing the needs of people throughout the community. But you can also engage with us through our social media channels. On our website, we have a video, we have our detailed platform. You can learn a little bit more about me and about what it is that we're trying to accomplish here, so I'd welcome you to do that. And that's my hope, that we continue to engage throughout this process, that we continue to inform the direction we're going through the engagement process. And the other thing I'd like to focus on is communicating to the community that the mayor is one job. It's one of the seats at the table. And I trust in the wisdom of Chilliwack to educate themselves and to engage in the election process and to select and elect 6 smart and engaged people to sit on their council and to surround the table of decision makers and I'm excited to lead that team. I'm excited to build that team, and I'm excited to engage with all those candidates, some of whom are actually here today, who are running forward to building a better community for Chilliwack. So in these coming months, I'm asking you to stand with me, to stand tall, Chilliwack, and I just want to thank you all again for coming. So this is the part where this format gets a little awkward because I'm asking any of you who want to ask me a question, members of the media, feel free to do so, and I hope that throughout this process everyone feels welcome to do that. I'm always open to questions and comments. I may not have all the answers, but I promise that I'll go out and find those answers and get back to you in a timely manner. Jennifer, first.
So, as a young city councillor and a first-term councillor, what makes you think you're ready to take the helm of the mayor's seat?
Yeah, it's a good question. For those of you who didn't hear, the question was, why do I think I'm ready? First-term councillor, young city councillor. What makes me ready to hold the mayor's office? And I think that what it comes down to is a belief that we need a vision for this community. I believe I have that vision, and it's been supported by the people who surround me. It's been informed by the people who surround me. I think that I am new to City Hall, and I come with fresh ideas and a new perspective and an ability to work and a desire to work hard for those changes. And I also think that a lot of the job of City Council in our community is a choose-your-own-adventure style format. So you can put in 5 hours a week, or you can put in 40 or 60 hours a week. And I would find myself in that latter end of the spectrum. So I think in 4 years, I've spent a disproportionate amount of time learning and educating myself, and I think that we need a change. Chilliwack has had a leadership style that has served it very well in the past. We've had a community strategy that served it well in the past, but I think we're in a new place, and we need a new strategy going forward.
Politics in general is known as a blood sport. Are you expecting a tough ride against Ken Popoff, Mayor Sharon Gates? And curious, how did the rest of council feel when you dropped the bombshell and said, I'm running?
The question was, do I like blood sports, I think. Yeah, it's it is a challenge. It's my least favorite part about politics. I don't enjoy the politicking of politics. This is what I love. I love engaging with community and just doing the work that we need to do to make a better community. And I think that we all need to put our preconceptions aside, and we all need to put our egos aside. And if I launch a platform that I hear loud and clear over the next 4 months is not at all what resonates with the community, and somehow I was way off base, I need to be able to check that reality and to calibrate my opinions. So do I expect a blood sport of a campaign? No. I think I'm going to keep it above the belt. I expect my colleagues to do so. We need to focus on the issues. Chilliwack has real challenges, and we need to have a proper plan and a proper conversation around that. And if we all do our job, and we all come with a plan and come with some ideas to the table in a mayor's debate format, we should be basically brainstorming and coming up with the best solution for a community. I don't view having my opinions checked as a slight to my ego. I think it's healthy for democracy.
Woo. Yeah.
Any other questions? Sir, you had said you had one earlier. Has it been asked already?
I'm good now.
You're good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And your Facebook page and your website, that's all up now?
Facebook page, website's all up. You can send an email and ask any questions that you may have in a follow-up. Just a couple of kind of side notes. I'd just like to thank the team that has supported me through this whole process, doing awesome work on policy and on implementation and on engagement opportunities. And I think it's an awesome group of people. If you care to join that campaign team, we've always got lots of room for people to get engaged and to help spread the word and to do that ground truthing of our plan to the community and to bring back that feedback to the campaign team. We also have a bit of a photo booth happening on the side, so you can fill out what kind of a community you want to stand for, and you can send it up on social media and spread the word that way. And the other way is to join us at the pub. We're going to grab a beer at the Wellington after this. We've got a table booked for 6 o'clock, so anyone who wants to come by and have a pint and continue the chat there, we're going to do that. Thanks again, everyone. Appreciate it.